The Airbnb host charged $100 more for cleaning after I left. Can they do that? That's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. So if you are a house cleaner and you do turnover service, this is a website for you. And if you are an Airbnb host or a vacation rental, short-term rental, short stay, home stay, fast flip, fast key, flip key, whatever you guys want to call it, and you do your own cleaning, this website is for you. Turnovercleaningtips.com. We have all different kinds of cleaning tips, hacks, books, products, restaging items, restocking items, just a bunch of fun stuff for you. And then also it's linked to a Facebook group where we have a lot of interaction and we ask questions and we actually network with Airbnb hosts so that we can get the insider track on how we can best serve you. So turnovercleaningtips.com. Okay, on to today's show, which is from an angry guest who left an Airbnb, and then after they left, they'd already paid their cleaning fee, they paid their damage deposit, they paid the house, they paid for everything. Then they get a bill for an extra $100, and they are livid and they want to know, is that possible? Can that happen? The answer is yes, it can. And here's the reason why. If you are making an agreement, and when you sign the Airbnb or the VRBO or the HomeAway, whatever the agreements are on whatever listing platform you used, there is an agreement that says, I agree to these terms. And the terms are usually things like there will be 2 people staying. So when you say there are 2 people and you enter those 2 people's information, what you're saying is there will be 2 people in this place. Now, I don't know why, but there are a lot of people that think, well, I've rented the whole place, so I might as well invite all my friends over, right? Okay, that is not part of the contract. And as it turns out, you are in someone else's home. So how would you like it if 2 people were supposed to come to your home and you'd done a thorough background check and you checked out these people's social media profiles and you had their information and you knew who was going to be in your home, and then suddenly 8, 12, 15 people showed up that you didn't know, and they came and they hung out in your space. And then let's say something malfunctioned and something got broken, who's going to take responsibility for it? Is it going to be the 2 people that are on record, or is it all these other people that we don't know about? Now, Airbnb hosts, for the most part, have a visible doorbell, right? So when you ring the doorbell and people come in through the door, and they've got these on all the different doors of their house, when you ring the doorbell, they can see the people coming and entering and leaving the house. So they know how many people were in the house. So if you have a contract for 2 people, and let's say 8 people came and stayed at this house, then you're not talking a bed or 2 beds that need to be remade. You're talking about linens for all the other beds. You're talking about all the other towels. You're talking about all these other rooms that have to be cleaned because all these other rooms were used. So I don't know in your particular situation what it was that triggered the extra $100. But my guess is that the cleaning company came in to clean and do that turnover service. And there was a lot more than what they were expecting for 2 people. Now, I don't know if your vacation reservation was 2 people or 4 people or 5 people. I'm just using this as an example. But when they came in, they were like, whoa, this is going to take an extra 2 hours to clean. Now, a lot of people are slobs. I don't know why, but they're slobs and they just leave stuff like everywhere. So they may have gone to the grocery and they bought some things and they're half eaten and they left food half open on the counter. And maybe now there are bugs or maggots or who knows what, ants. So if a house cleaner comes in and there are ants all over the cupboard eating food, or if there are fruit flies, I mean, this happens all the time. Now, instead of just cleaning up the area, because it's an Airbnb and because this is a commercial place that's rented, there are different rules and regulations. So they may be required by law to bring in a pest control service that charges extra money to come in and do a sweep of the house. I don't know in this particular case what it was that triggered it, but there are things they have to do. And so another $100, yeah, it's very possible. So what you may want to do is have a conversation with the host, because every host welcomes a conversation from the guest like, oh my goodness, here's what happened. And then share with them and be honest with them about what happened. And maybe they can waive the fee. Maybe they can reduce the fee. Maybe they will demand a fee and say, listen, it was actually $300 because we had to have the pest control service come in, but we're only charging you an extra $100. They might already be cutting you a deal. But it's good to know, and I would have a conversation with them so that you know for future reference. Because if you pull the same shenanigan at the next Airbnb that you stay at, you're going to start getting bad ratings and reviews. And if you don't pay the bill, you're going to get a bad rating and review. And then when you go to stay at an Airbnb, and this goes from here through eternity, right? So if from now through the rest of your life, you keep getting declined because of something that happened at one Airbnb, that could really mark your name. And you don't want that to happen. So have a conversation with the host and say, hey, I didn't know, I screwed up. I'm really sorry. How do we make this right? And the worst case scenario, they go, give us $100 and you're good to go, right? But yes, they can. Hosts can charge extra money even after you leave, because they are not going to know what the place looks like until the cleaning crew comes in and takes all those pictures and documents what they see. And so this may not be a damage issue. If it was a damage issue, you would be getting a damage claim, but it's a cleaning fee. So I'm guessing a whole bunch more people came, or you left the place really dirty, and for some reason it took a whole lot longer, and so it's going to cost $100 more. I don't think it's that the host wants to just eke more money out of you for no reason, because the host's name and reputation is on the line. And if they pulled shenanigans like this, they wouldn't be in business very long either. So have a conversation with them. Figure out whatever it is that you screwed up on, and then don't ever do that again, because it just cost you an extra $100.